Alrighty, it is January 27th. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm at my dad's house. I'm gonna do a house tour video, a detailed one. But I thought I'd show you the mountains and the snow on the mountains, and the sunrise is getting ready to come up. The sun is getting ready to come up, so you can kind of see it's pretty. But I thought I'd do a house tour at my dad's house, like a detailed one showing pretty much everything. So let me get out here in the sidewalk here, because you can see a lot of the snow melted. It's been a little bit warm. We've been getting a lot of rain, but we still have some snow left. But like last week, we had like snow up to here, like a foot high almost, everywhere. Now you can see this is what we got. So this is the house. As you can see, this isn't a big house, but it's not like a small house. I've got a map with me that I will show during the house tour. And on the back is the yard with the everything and all the sprinklers, as you can see. I'm like standing right there. So this is the house with the sprinkler system in the yards on the back. And this is the house with everything in the front. Or in the house, so I'll explain it. So the orange dots are the lights, and the numbers are like what set they are. So for example, you can see there's a light there, and there. If I turn off the switch for that, they'll all turn off, and if I turn it on, they'll all turn on. So those are all one set of lights, which is light set 17, which is there, and there, and I number them. So I'll show you that when we get inside. The blue dots are the circulation vents, or the intake vents, if you will. The green dots are the air vents that blow out the air. The brown dots are the outlets, and the red dots are the smoke detectors. The purple dot is the thermostat, and you can see in the basement, this is a basement, I have a purple dot right there. It's a thermostat for the fireplace, it's not for the vents. And for some reason it got blurry. But I think that's everything. Let's see. Yeah, and then the dark blue dots are the cameras. We have cameras, like Nest cameras, mostly outside, but there's like one in the house. As you can see, there's one right there. So just in case like somebody like does a crime or something. You can see that's pretty much all. So now I'm gonna go and show you. As you can see, this is our front yard. It is January, so a lot of the stuff is dormant and all that. You can see there's the rose bush. It's just sitting there. Everything's kind of brown and stuff. But anyways, there's the trees and stuff. So I'm gonna show you. Here's the front door. And when you walk in, you'll see like a little hallway foyer somewhat. If you go to the right, you'll notice the office room. You can see what's weird is, okay, so this has a light switch right here, but there's no light. There's like an outlet or a lamp over there somewhere. There's a lamp, and at one point we had a tall lamp, but we moved it, and it turns on that, but usually it's just an outlet that gives the power, so we always leave it on. So there's not really a light in here, as you can see, which I think is kind of weird. So that is this room, and I have a little light there just saying that's where the lamp is. Light set 19. It's basically the outlet. You can see there's a vent right here. As you can see, a regular vent. That's that green dot there. You can see there's an outlet right there. There's a plant there right by the window. You can kind of see some stuff here. And there is, let's see here, an outlet over there somewhere, and there is one over there somewhere, probably behind the desk, and there's one there, as you can see by that plant. And I think that's all. There's a vent right here, right by the front door, and you can see there's some switches here. This one does the lights at 17, which is the porch and the driveway. This one does the foyer light here, which you can see one of them's out. It does lights at 18. And this one does like a little outlet right up there somewhere, which is like a ledge. And it has an outlet up there for like if somebody wanted to hang lights up there or something. That's what that does, so you could put like a light there. That one, I don't really count it as a light set. So you can see right here, we got this shelf with like rocks and all these other stuff here. And behind it, there's a circulation vent, which it's a really long one, and it's kind of covered. But behind that, there's a long circulation vent. You can kind of see some of it there. And then we have this door here, which I'll show you in a second, but there's another circulation vent there, which is there. right by that smoke detector. So here's the foyer, and you go this way. To the right, there's a hallway that goes to the bedrooms. I'll show you that in a sec. If you go a little bit here, it goes to the basement. If you keep going straight, there's the living room. And right here is the thermostat. You can see there's two switches here. One of them does that light, which is light set 9. As you can see, it's kind of blurry, but it's right there. And then this one on the left here does the fan. So we usually have that on in the summer because it's hot. So there's the thermostat, which I've shown before. There's the living room and the TV and all that good stuff. And here's the couch. And there's the computer. This is a birdhouse that has a camera on it that records birds and identifies them with an app that will connect to my phone. I haven't set that up yet, but I will when the weather gets better. And it's gonna be cool because I like to see birds and learn more about them, and I don't know a lot about birds yet, but you'll see in the backyard, there's that tree right there. That's where we're thinking about putting it, but I don't know for sure yet. But as you can see, this is the living room. If you go this way, there's the back door. As you can see, a window, and you can see the backyard, which I'll get to in a bit. This is the dining room here to the left, and that table was here. And then we moved it back there to add this plant stand here for all of my plants and the drip system for it, which I got a video of these drip tubes that water the plants every so often. And there's the timer for it. It's gonna go off in 12 hours for like 30 seconds, I believe. I changed it to go off less often. So you can see that. And I have this sign that says, yes, I really do need all these plants. So, but yeah, this is the dining room. You'll notice right here, there's a switch. It has 3 switches on it, which is right there. This one on the right does light set 10, which is outside by the back door. See, it's right there. So, sorry, the curtain's in the way. Turn that off, and then you can see it's off. The one in the middle does, I believe, the living room light set 9 also. So there's like another one that does that one there. And the one in the left does the dining room, which is light set 11, which is, yeah, the dining room. So, yeah. And then there's a vent right there, right by that chair, just a regular one. There's right under here, there's an intake vent. Halfway covered again, unfortunately. So that's that one. You can see there's an outlet there, which will have a thing that make more plugins for it. There's one there, and there's a TV hook up there, and then there's another one right here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. See if I can. A lot of stuff is in the way. But when we moved in, you could see all the outlets and everything easily because we didn't have all the furniture in. But there's one over there somewhere in there. And then there's one right there, which we installed this cover on it. As you can see, it's got a light on it. I don't know if it turns off or on, but sometimes, I remember when we first got it, if it was bright and not like dark in the room, it'd turn off. It had a sensor. I don't know if you can see. There's like a sensor on it somewhere. Oh, right there. That light thing, that circle thing, is the sensor. So if it's like really bright, it'll turn off. If it's dark, it'll turn on like a night light. Oh, let me see if I can get it to work. It's still too dark. But you'll see how, you can kind of see how that works. There's a cat food bowl, and behind there is another outlet, and there's also a vent right there. So that's right there. And then there's another outlet over here somewhere, behind the table somewhere. Not sure where. It might be over here, it might be over there. Let's see if I can get to it. Okay, it's actually over there, so it's underneath. Right there. So there's all the windows here. The dining room kind of goes out a little bit. This is a phone hookup, which, you know, the old phones that, you know, on the wall, but we don't really have one there. As you can see right here, there are 2 switches, and there's an outlet there. Now I always forget which one of them is for this light here, which is light set 12, and the other one's for the garbage disposal. As you can see, here's where the dishwasher is, and this is like the kitchen area, if you will. So this is the sink, and there's a window there, and you can kind of see where zone 1 usually is. And the microwave, which we have one here, but it doesn't work, so we just use it like storage and stuff, like a cupboard or whatever. You can see there's an outlet there. There's one there. The kitchen always seems to have a lot of outlets. There's one there. Here's where the stove is. And oh, there's also one right here, which I like. Sometimes counters have outlets there. Always looks cool. So there's the fridge. And there's probably an outlet behind the stove for the stove. And then I think in the pantry here, I remember there being an outlet in the pantry, but there's a lot of stuff, so I don't know if it's easy to see, but somewhere in there. So, and then there's a vent right under the kitchen sink there, a little tiny one. And then there's the oven again. And here's where we are right here, so you can see all that. And then here's the counter here. And if you go this way and then go back to where I was in the beginning, you can see there's this door. But before I go there, I'm going to show you. There's a switch here that does lights at 13, which are those. So that's what that one is. We have that one on a lot. Anyways, over here, you can see a switch that does the laundry room, which is lights at 14. Which I think one of the light bulbs is out. But this is the laundry room, the washer here, and the dryer here. As you can see, there's an outlet behind the washer. And I think the dryer and washer plug in there. There might be one down there, I'm not sure. I don't think so. There's a vent there, which is that green dot right there. As you can see, there's an outlet there too with a nightlight plugged in. And there's a little closet right here. And I don't think there's an outlet in there. I haven't looked, but I don't think there is. So, if you go here, there's a light switch here which does the garage, which is lights at 15. Which you'll see here's the garage. And there's 2 bright lights there, which we changed those. They were regular lights. There's the garage, which is an outlet there, which here it is. There is one. Well, I don't know if this is an outlet that's plugged into that one, but there's a big extension cord my dad added, like a big long one. And then there's an outlet. I can't remember if there's one here, but this is where the sprinkler timer is. As you can see, it's off. It's January. But I think there's another extension cord my dad added. So over here is the other side of the garage. Just a lot of tools and stored stuff. I can't remember if there's any outlets on this side, but you can see there's a window. And there's an outlet over there somewhere too, if I can remember. And then over here is all storage in a way, but there's a door here that goes out to the backyard a little bit. And there's a light here that turns on lights at 16, which is just right out there, which I don't know if I'll show or not, but if you can see, that tube there is the dryer tube, the exhaust, and it goes out to the dryer vent, which is right outside that door. So, yeah, and then this is the old 1974 Nova. But yeah, that's the garage. You can see there's the attic right there. I think that's the only way to get to the attic, but there might be another place in the master bedroom, I can't remember. So that's that, and then you can see some racks here. So now I'll show you over here, which as you can see, this is where the doorbell thing is, so the doorbell goes off, that rings. And then there's a light switch here, which does that light, which is light set 20. You can see there's a smoke detector there and there. If you go to the right, there's a closet here, just for like all that. And if you go here, it's this room here, as you can see. This has a fan, which just is light set. It's blurry. Sorry about that. Light set 21, which is this switch here. Has this fan here and a light on it, so this is the light one here. And then this is the fan. So, yep, and then there's a closet there. And then down here is a circulation vent there, or an intake vent. And then over here is a regular vent. And an outlet there. There's an outlet over there somewhere. There's one there. one there, and then there's one right there. So, oh, I forgot to show you, there's an outlet in the hall there too, right there. And then this light switch also does this light here. So we got two of them, that one and this one. Right here is the bathroom. It's just a simple bathroom. It's got a shower. It's got like bee decorations and stuff, a toilet, and then the sink. There's a vent right under here, a regular one, and an outlet there. This is the light switch here. It does light set 22, which are these. And then over here is the master bedroom. It's got a fan there, and a switch there that does light set 23, which is that. There's also a switch here, which also does that, I believe. So it's kind of weird, that switch and that switch do that. There's the bed, but behind it there's a circulation vent. And this bed is like really hard to like get behind or like see under, but there's like a circulation vent down there somewhere. And there's probably an outlet. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's an outlet and a circulation vent. And then over here there's a regular vent by the window and by underneath this desk. There's an outlet there, there's one there, and there's probably one over there by that chair somewhere over here. And then I think there's one behind these two. And if you go here is the master bathroom, which is just simple. It's got two sinks. There was a jetted tub, but we never used it, so we just boarded a thing on top and put the litter box there for the cats. There's the shower, and there is the toilet there, an outlet there, and there's one there. And the switch here for lights 25, which is like these here. So yeah, and then over here is the closet, the master closet, which is light in here that does light set 24. As you can see, and there's the other attic that I was talking about. So I think we do have an attic. I just didn't know for sure. I don't think there's a vent in here, but there might be somewhere. I can't remember. So that's that. I don't know if there's any outlets in there or not. And then now we'll go to the last part of the house, which is the basement. As you can see, there's a switch here that does this one, which is light set 8, which is there by the stairs. One thing you'll notice downstairs is that the lights are set up very weird, and also part of the basement is unfinished. We just use it for storage. So this one also does light set 8 to the right, but to the left does light set 4, which is these lights here. And you'd think this one would do it, but this one does light set 5, which is right there by the fireplace. So here's the basement. You get down the stairs, you'll notice there's a smoke detector here in the basement, and over here is like a pool table and all this stuff over here. And there's that fireplace, which is controlled by this, which is like a thermostat. But this light does over there above the fireplace and by the TV. And then to turn on these ones, the only way to do it is to do it from here, which is really weird. So, and then there's a lamp there, and there's this tiny vent for this big area, which I think is kind of weird. And then there's a circulation vent here. For some reason, no watch is going off, and it never did before. There's a circulation vent there. Over here to the left, there is the guest bedroom, which you can see the light here, which does the two lights there for it, which is light set 6. You can see there's a bed there, and all this. There's an outlet there. This room has a lot of outlets. There's one behind there somewhere, and there's one, I think there's like one right there. There's like one here somewhere. And this one was weird. It was like had 4 plugins instead of 2. And then there's one, see here, there's one right there. And then there's one over here. And there's like one right there. This room has a lot of outlets. You can see there's the windows here. A smoke detector there that I added. There's a vent there. So as you can see, this is the closet. There's a randomly there's an intake vent there, and then there's a light right here, which is, I'm not gonna turn it on, but you just turn it on like by the handle, which is pretty much light set 7. So that's what's weird. And then over here, I'm not gonna go in there because this is blocking up. In there is where the furnace and the utility room is. So it's a furnace and the water heater is. I don't know why it's in the guest bedroom, but it is. So turn off that, and then over here, the living room, as you can see, there's an outlet there. And yeah, there's one there. There's the fireplace, there's one there. And then there's, right here, it's like behind this is the water shut off valve. There's one there. And I think there's one like right there. And then there's that circulation vent again. And then this is the unfinished area. It's partially finished, but there's a light here that turns on. This area which we use for storage isn't finished. There's light set 3, which there is somewhere there's an outlet. I think it was right behind there's an outlet. And then this is what a hallway would be, and right there is supposed to be a bathroom, but we have it unfinished and just use it for storage. Here is storage underneath the stairs. And this is a bedroom here that this one somehow is finished. And this is the light. This one here does light set 2, which is this room. And this one does light set 3, which is over here. So there's the circuit breaker here. And then there's another smoke detector, which is this room here. If it won't be blurry. So there's a vent there. Again, this room has a lot of outlets. There's one there. And there's one, or there's one over there somewhere. Right there. So there's that one. And then there's literally like 2 over here. So let me get to it. One there, and then there's also another one behind the bed. Somewhere. Like right there. Which is weird because they're really close to each other. Same with these ones, these are close to each other, and there's a window here that is blocked right underneath the vent. There's that one, and then there's another one behind here. And then there's like the one over there. So this is the closet and stuff. I don't think this one has a light or a vent in it, but it's interesting. So yeah. That's this room, and then the last room is unfinished, but like I said, there's supposed to be a bathroom there, but there's not. The last room is this one here, which is also storage and drums and all this stuff, and little weights and stuff. That's light set 1, and there's a smoke detector there. There's no vents in here because it's unfinished, but you can see there's a window there. This is here. And technically this is supposed to be the closet for this room, but it's not, and there's supposed to be a door here. This is the switch that does light set 1. So yeah. But yeah, this is basically everything in our house. There's the map again. Oh, and I did want to say there is like an outlet right there. I think that's the only one in here. So now I'll go and show you. I think I showed you everything. I think I'll show you the backyard real quick. And the other parts of the house and the yard. So yeah. I'll show you like the outer parts of the house, like the gas meter and the electric meter and all that. So, and the air conditioner and the vents. So if you go out here to the back door, you can see, and I've done many videos out here with the sprinklers and stuff. You can see there's an outlet there. And then you can see this thing here is the heat vent. So when heat comes on, that shoots out air. There's the water, which we need to put a thing over it, but it's fine. And then here's the backyard and stuff. Over here is that light I was talking about by that door and by the dryer vent. So that light is light at 16 there, which is a dryer vent and all that. And then over to the and there's the shed. Over to the other side, there's the air conditioner. So as you can see, we're walking right over here. As you can see, there's the just some snow over here. Here's the air conditioner, as you can see. And in the front yard, as you can see, there's the gas meter. That vent right there is for the fireplace in the basement, and then there's another valve thing there, and then there's another outlet right there. And then here's the garage. And then as you can see, over here is where the electric meter is and all these other stuff. So, and then there's the other side of the house in the backyard. So that's pretty much it, as you can see. So, pretty much got everything. And I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll keep y'all updated.